In John 15:5, Jesus says, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. You will become fruitless if you are disconnected from the vine, and that vine is Jesus. When we are not rooted in His Word, we are disconnecting ourselves from the only thing that is allowing us to grow. You have to humble yourself and come to the fact that we are nothing without God. Not a single thing in our life will prosper if God is not at the center. That's why it's so important to stay rooted at all times in the Lord. And if there isn't fruits being produced in your life, you need to take a step back and reevaluate your relationship with God. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just saying that you are a Christian or that you are a believer. In the end, people will see you by your fruits, and only good fruits can be produced through Jesus. That's why our relationship with God must be prioritized at all times, so that everything that follows can flow in order. Stay connected so that you can bear much fruit, and stay connected so that you can see everything God has for you. You need to be able to tune out all the worldly distractions so that you can inherit everything God promises you. You have to be willing to make decisions that others may not agree with, because if it hinders your relationship with God, you need to be willing to cut that out of your life. Because as you continue to stay rooted in the Lord, the enemy will see this and try to pull you away. The stronger your relationship with God is, the harder the enemy is going to try and fight and knock you off your path. And when you are in a season of spiritual warfare, know that there is a blessing coming. In these seasons, don't be worried. Instead, be grateful, because God has something in store for you that is far beyond any of our understanding. One thing that I find peace in knowing is that even in my hardest days with God, it's still better than the life I had without Him. Right now, I'm going through a season of spiritual warfare, and I'm not gonna lie, it's tiring. I'm being tested a lot right now with different things being taken away from me. The enemy is even going to the extent of attacking me in my dreams. As I sit and reflect on this season, I notice that a lot of the things in my life are temporary, but one thing that is consistent is Jesus. And the moment I praise His name when I'm under attack, the enemy flees, because he knows that he could never overpower God. And that's why the power of prayer is so important, because even when the enemy attacks my thoughts, God knows what my heart is trying to tell him, and He knows that it is pure and genuine, so He listens. Regardless of how hard the enemy hits me, I will never let go of my one true source of eternal love.